Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everyone doing today? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's see. Good morning, Keator. Good morning. I'm sad you're on your way to work. I won't be able to see you. I saw your message. I was looking through it right before stream. I hope you have a good day at work. I appreciate you stopping by as always, good morning, Josmo. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I believe Keitra was telling me about you, about expecting a message from you. And then I didn't get a message, so I was just like thinking, oh, maybe not. But then I saw that there was a message. I think it got held somewhere, and then I have to figure out where it was. But I saw that you messaged. I have to find it. Yeah. You sent it on Twitter. I saw it for a second. Like, I think I was exploring on my phone or something, and it was one of the messages that got held. Oddly enough, not a lot of messages get held, but then that one got held. So I need to go find where Twitter's holding it. Let's see. Also, Shadow Wave. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome in, welcome in. And Grail, always a pleasure to see you, always a pleasure. And Matt, good morning. Good morning, Matt, good morning. Spider in the sim. Welcome in. How are you doing today? Good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing today? How's everybody doing? It's a bit chilly today. I woke up and it was a bit more chill than usual. A lot more chill. A little bit more chill. So hopefully, well, I mean, I guess it is starting to become the cold season, right? The temperature always changes around Halloween season, around the Halloween time. For me, it's always been like exactly on Halloween, and then it's drastically, automatically, immediately cold. There is no transition. It's just straight from, such nice weather, to, ha, it's cold, sort of thing. So, yeah, I guess I should be preparing for that soon. Same here. Also got random insomnia last night, so just getting up. Oh, good morning, good morning. That's not good. Random insomnia, very bad. For me, that was like the past 2 weeks. I was being hit with like random insomnia, where it was just like I was constantly workaholic, like thinking there's things that need to be done. A lot of things that need to be done. And then like I don't sleep, but then I also don't get a lot of productivity done because it's just like I'm just like, well, it's too late to start this or start that. But then I keep staying up, right? I keep staying up, and I could have worked on that, but then the brain doesn't function right, and it's just like, there's still things that need to be done. Yeah, that was literally you last night. Yeah, you understand. You've been calm, plus Keecher tells you a lot about me. Oh my goodness. Hopefully good things. Hopefully Keecher doesn't tell you about the secret ingredient in the ramen that's served here at this cafe. Keecher doesn't tell you that, right? It's a secret ingredient. Yeah. Secret ingredient for a reason. I'd show you, but we're swaddled up in a blanket right now. It's cold. It's chilly right now. Maybe? Or cats. No, not the secret. The secret spice. The secret spice that gets everybody coming back from war. Anyway, as you guys may or may not know, we'll be talking a little bit about the new project that's going on at Japanime Games. On Friday, 10/6, we randomly got Alismatic Heroes as an early birthday gift. early happy birthday / happy birthday. Happy birthday. The funny thing is that coincidentally 10/6 is National Mad Hatter Day. Mega happy birthday. And tea time. Tea time. Speaking of Alice games, there's actually another game that Eric showed me that he's really interested in localizing, and it's super cool because it is also Alice theme, and it's super duper cute because it's like it's got furniture, so it's all about the tea, the Mad Hatter tea setup thing, and it's got little tiny furnitures and little tiny like porcelain teacups. That's the cutest part, the little tiny porcelain teacups. And the whole point of the game is that you have to set up a tea setup. But you have to like make it not be known that you are that person or something. It's a guess who game. And you have to try to rack up points by having a complete tea set without letting your opponents know that you're trying to make a complete tea set in front of your character. It's super cute though. It's adorable. And the best part is that like I think the box, it's like in the shape of a book as well. Super adorable. I really like Alice in Wonderland theme things. I really like it. Yes. But yes, as I was saying, today we're gonna be talking a little bit about Oshi Push. As you guys may or may not know, the VTuber Trading Card Game that we are working on, a brand new project that I am also working on. Sorry, starts to get shy, starts to get embarrassed and shy. I sent out an application for people to see interest and kind of put together some names, look into some VTubers to see about getting involvement into the project and things. Aki blush. I have a button for this. Hold on. There we go. There. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. Aki embarrassed. I sent out an application. Yes. There's been a lot of feedback. Yes. There could always be more, and I know that there was a lot of questions about that application. And so today, I guess we'll be talking a little bit about the questions, and if you guys have any questions about the application process, I think I might split it up a little bit today, where right now we'll just be talking about the application, and on the 17th, we'll talk a little bit more about the game as well. I do want to like talk about everything about the game and things like that, but I think Eric wants to wean out some information a little bit. Make sure that we get some other things finalized. We've been working really hard on the logo. We've been working really hard. There's so many iterations of the logo. It keeps changing. It's different than the one that I posted. It's still changing. We're trying to find something that pops. Deep breath. You got it? A lot of folks are new as well, so they're just as nervous about it as you are, just on a different side of the fence. Yes, this is true. This is very true. That is today. You are here on behalf of yourself. For that, and as a manager for another VTuber who wants to do it. I believe it was Straub, right? Straub is what I was informed. Also, let's see. Sai Kongro. Good morning. Hello. And is it Rojo Mage? Good morning. How do you do? Likewise. You've been a bit nervous, shy too? Why? Why are you nervous and shy? Don't be nervous and shy. Yes. Stratori! Oh, Stratori. I'm sorry. My apologies. In my head, I'm just like, Straub. Strawberry. Strawberry. Straw toy. Not too bad. Came to see about the trading card game. Welcome in, welcome in. Yes. No, you're good. I'm good. Thank you. We'll be talking about the application today. Should I put up a small window here in the cafe, or should we go to the other screen? Just to go through the application. I know your company and have complete faith they wanted more info. Yes. It's surprising how long it takes to do communications and gather info and contracts as well. I actually have to do some follow-up. Oh, speaking of which, I should probably send out a message. I have to do some follow-up with some contacts. Whoopsie. Oh god. Wait. Oh, okay. I did get that. Okay. But yes. As you guys may or may not know, Eric was in Essen. All the way in Germany. Doing the Essen show. So he's been out of touch. But today is the weekly meeting, so there's gonna be definitely a lot to talk about. Today's meeting, anxiety, much. We haven't had a meeting since I made the application post. So I'm pretty sure he will ask about how it's going. Today. Maybe, I don't know, who knows. Maybe there'll be a whole lot other things to talk about. But yes. And then I know one of these days I want to get a meeting with the game designers. I kind of think it would be really cool if I could get the game designers to be on stream with me to talk a little bit about the game as well, just to get that hype. I know right now we're also working on a landing page for it so that those that are interested can also be put on a newsletter and notified when things go live and things like that. Yes, you've been interested in how the game works too. Yes. There's I really want to talk about it so much. I have like the pitch deck and everything that explains a little bit about the game, and there's also even a tabletop simulator demo that the game devs had made for us when they were showing us the game. But I don't know if I can show that just yet. Yeah. So it's already it's a very like I think they only made like a small amount of cards just to be able to show us the demo mechanic of it. So it's not like big library sort of like this is the final roster. It's literally like they made imaginary VTubers that just kind of pitch to us how it works and things like that. Let me put up. I'll stay in the cafe. The cafe's kind of cozy. I hope you guys don't mind. I think I'll too far. I'll stay in the cafe and I'll put a window up here. One set exclusive, yeah. I think they only made like the two imaginary VTuber for the demo mock-up when showing us. Okay. My Google searches. Actually, let's do this one. don't need those sides. Ah! Oh wow, it fits like really nicely behind the counter. Yeah, we don't need a full screen for this. There you go. But like, I don't even think I need to move over to the side. Do I need? Yeah, I could just stay right here. I could just stay right here in the middle. Hi, Evie. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Alan, Lafelle. Good morning as well. Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? Today we are going to be going over the Oshi Push, the VTuber Trading Card Game application, answering as many questions as possible. Hold on. Is this big enough for you guys? Oopsie. There. Is that big enough? You're here to learn the way of the duel monsters. Welcome in, welcome in. We'll mostly be covering the application and answering questions about that. And then on, did I say the 17th? On the 17th, I'll see if I can get clearance to talk more about the game mechanics a little bit more and show some pictures of that. And then in a future stream, I'm gonna try to see if I can schedule one of the game designers to be on with me. You great? Got back home from a mini holiday? Welcome home! Welcome home! I hope you enjoyed your holiday. What did you do? How am I doing? I'm doing good. I'm cold though. I'm cold. You can read it? Very good. Very good. Very cute glasses, by the way. Thank you! I felt like it was very fitting since we're going over application. Okay. Also, feel free to ask any questions, like, right off the bat. Like, feel free to ask any questions. As... I'm so nervous. You did have a question. Okay, yes. What is your question? I know, I've watched theoretically, like, I should hold questions to the end. But, listen. I'm disorganized. I'm joking. I like talking with you guys, so I don't mind, What is the question that you have? Opens up no- Oh no, you have a lot of questions! Notepad. Is this for notes, or is this that you already had like a notepad of questions? You have a question. The art piece commitment. Is it any piece of art, or does it have to be specific? Specific in what way? Ideally, of course, we would hope or expect that they are commercial use, commercial able art pieces, that you have the rights to use them for such a purpose. And then as for specifics, like, does it have to be backgrounds, or if it has to be items? It's kind of really dependent on the kind of cards, because so I think there are some I think so. Based off of like different trading card games or other projects that I've been seeing, and some of the feedbacks and comments that I've been seeing as well, I think a lot of people are expecting one card and done sort of thing, which can sometimes be the case. But for this card game, let's say we're making like sets, if that makes any sense. So if a VTuber has enough content for it, a set will be made for them. So it's kind of like you can make a deck out of the singular VTuber, which is why there is a lot of the art demands for it. If there is not enough content to be able to make a set of it, we do a lot for the singular cards, which I think is what a lot of people are expecting. I think I got a lot of comments where people are like, I want to be Exodia or I want to be a pot of greed, you know, the singular card ones. So we were allotting like support cards, or at least I'm trying to see if I can allot some of the support cards for singular card VTubers if they can't have a set made of them. Yeah. So what do I mean by a set? So I think, hold on, I was given a breakdown. Let me see if I can find it. Which I think I added into the application as well. So if I actually go down, where did I break it down? So when we go to the art assets right here, I asked the game designer, so these are numbers provided to me from the game designer, on what is the best case scenario for a set to be made of a VTuber and the minimum case scenario. So the minimum for a set is the 12 art assets, or 12 cards to be made of them at the bare base minimum, but they would still have like filler cards, so that could be like support cards from other VTuber stacks or sets, or even the filler support cards, which would be the single card VTubers, which was what I put in the affiliate section for the singulars. But aside from, obviously, so we would need the one, so you would need, I have the breakdown. Hold on, let me see if I can open the email, the breakdown here. Okay. So we would need, obviously, so you would have the one card, which is representative of the VTuber, and then you have 4 upgrades, and things that we were kind of imagining for this. Upgrades are things like alternate outfits, you know, like when you have a new model debut, 2.0s, and things like that. And then and then there's like special content cards, so things like, is there a special stream that they've done, special events, or are they specifically known for doing certain content, things that reference that, as well as action cards, which are like the more immediate things. They could be similar to content, but they're more like instances. And then there were special versions. So let's see, 1 upgrade for the starter, 1 special content card for the starter, 1 special event for the starter. So there's like 1 specials of each kind. Okay, let me take a look. Sorry. I talk too much. Let's see, what are you guys saying? For notes. Oh, okay, the notepad is for notes. Thank goodness. You do have a question, but you have to look at the form again. Not too many. Okay. It mentioned about 2 years experience of content creation. Does this only apply to VTubing? I only been VTubing for a year and a half now, but I have been making a webcomic for the last 3 years now. Does making a webcomic count as content creation? It technically does if your community, if it's like the same community that knows you for the webcomic and the VTubing. If you actively are promoting your webcomic with your VTubing, if you are known as like the same entity, if that makes sense. If the branding is the same, if you can mix that together in your set, then that would work. If you can mix the branding. The 2-year thing is obviously, as we mentioned with the sets, there's a lot of demand for the art assets and being able to make references to your brand and IP. So we want to make sure that you have a lot of content to be able to reference to, that your community will appreciate, understand, and enjoy. We wanted to definitely cater to kind of like having inside jokes with your community, things that your community will look at. Like, we wanted every card to kind of spark joy because it referenced something that you have done in your career, as VTubing and streaming. Makes complete sense. In Final Fantasy TCG, you got like 10 versions of Titus or Cloud or Sephiroth and like 20 versions of Gilgamesh. Yeah, we were gonna have some special alternates of like the one character card, and also we were hoping to have like some signed cards. Oh wow, woo wow, signed cards. We were talking a lot about the signed cards. That's something that we definitely want to incorporate, is having signatures on like special cards. I think we were also thinking about there's different ways to distribute them, but I have to talk more with Eric about that. This sounds so cute. You're so excited. I'm glad. It reminds you of Heart of Crown. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, the princess game. Were you back a princess? They had specific princess sets, if you remember correctly. Yes, so Heart of Crown, they have different princesses with different abilities, but all of the cards are technically kind of the same. But I guess in that, that idea is kind of similar. If you think about it, if you turn Heart of Crown into a trading card game, I suppose it's kind of similar, where you basically so this is the premise. I'm already leaky. I'm already going into like talking about the game. It's okay. The premise of the game, so as opposed to the standard trading card game where you just have a bunch of creatures that you battle each other like Pokemon, instead it is the premise of like you are a supporter of your Oshi, or kind of like you are their manager a little bit, but not really manager. You're just like a supporter of your Oshi, and you are kind of trying to support them into getting the 1 million viewers or followers, and they are basically competing for different channels for the points, and they compete for them using the content or their upgrades and things like that to be able to win these channels. I thought it was very thematic, I think. Or we definitely wanted it to be very thematic and very reference to the topic, right? So I guess in that sense, it is similar to Heart of Crown, where you are like campaign manager to your princess, to your Oshi. Let's see here. So being my own artist for my stuff. Oh! Whoa! Alan! Welcome into the cafe. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy your stay. Thank you. For my stuff kind of helps in this regards. It sounds though I'm still just okay skill-wise. But is there a quality level that you'd be looking for on the artwork of our VTuber? Obviously we do want things to be kind of consistent. We do have, sorry, my words, the bell broke my brain. We do have, Japanese artists that we work with. And we just want to make sure that the art is print quality and matches kind of the feel of everything else. Of course, we'll take a look if you have a very, very specific style. If your style is like specific to your brand and it is like how you characterize yourself, then that's something that would definitely be considered as well. But yes, we would definitely want to make sure that they're of high quality, print quality, and then kind of consistent with the other cards. It doesn't have to be too consistent. We appreciate it. If you've seen like Tanto Kore, we have so much different art styles. Even the Kamigami, we have different promo cards. They have different varying art styles for the promo cards. We do really like our artists and appreciate different art styles. So, you know, we are definitely open to that. That brings up another question you thought of. Do we have influence over what cards do, or do we provide just the art? You can be involved and as much as you are interested in being involved in, if you are selected to be in the game. So we have some that are like they just give us a certain outline of what their VTuber or character is, and we kind of think of the sorry. We think of the abilities and things like that, and we run it by them, of course. Everything that we do would be run by the license. We would run by them for approvals, and if you have notes, suggestions, definitely take into consideration. Of course, we would definitely need to make sure that everything is like in balance of the game. If you want like a super OP powerful card, we're gonna have to be like, I'm sorry. But yes, the licensors can be as involved as they want to be. We just ask that we do get responses in a timely manner to not delay the project, because as you can imagine, having so many licensors, there's gonna be a lot of communication with a lot of different outlets and a lot of waiting period. Yeah. Let me see here. Coincidentally, in Final Fantasy TCG, there was also very different art styles, and some of them very basic. It added a lovely charm to it. Yes, I think a lot of it was the official art. So like for all of the Final Fantasy games, there was different art styles. There was, I actually have some of the Final Fantasy trading cards. I think some of them had the screenshots, some of them had the game art, and some of them were even as like from the Game Boy. So they were like the really simple art style. Those ones were very cute. And then I think they even did like some of the art renders of the chibi versions. I think it was Final Fantasy like 3 or 2 when they did the chibis ones. Those ones are very, very cute. Yes. Essentially, you drew yourself in the webcomic as the artist for the artist notes. Oh, so cute! That is so cute! That's so adorable! that would definitely make sure you have like a note on that. It's interesting, makes a lot of sense. You're starting to see with the 2 years of streaming, a lot of inside jokes or behaviors have definitely popped up. Yes. We want things to be able to reference to, so that your community will be like, wow, I remember, you remember, I remember. Think about it as like, clippers, you know? We want these cards to be clippable moments that your community adores. It's like, you've been clipped. Your moments have been clipped onto these cards. Think about it like that. So like, I know I've also gotten some questions about the two-year thing. I think the 2-year, as well as the like follower number thing. We didn't really want to put a follower number stipulation, regulation, requirement, a follower requirement, because we didn't really want to measure the VTubers based on their size, you know, because everybody's working really hard. However, we did really want to be strict about the 2 years thing, because we definitely need things to be able to reference from. So with that regard, that does involve, like, you could have been streaming for the 2 years, but if it's inconsistent, then it's something that we have to definitely take into account. If the talent has taken multiple long hiatuses, that might not be regarded as 2 years. It has to be consistent streaming for those 2 years. Consistent content creation. And the reason for this, obviously, is because we want to make sure that you are there for your community. Because obviously we want to make this for your community and things like that, and we want to make sure that you are consistently there, and that you have a lot of the and especially since there's a long development time, we want to make sure that talents are committed to this project and their community and their craft and things like that. So that's another reason why we have the 2-year stipulation. One, for the content to be able to reference from, and two, to make sure that you will still be there even with the long development time, because, you know, making the card game is gonna take a while. Let me see here. The Shadow and Show, I'll show you Harder Crown later if you want. Yes! Kidor is very knowledgeable about a lot of our games. So you are curious if your stuff personally will be accepted? 5 years of YouTube, 3 years of Twitch, 1 year of VTubing, but you are half IRL and half VTuber. Half IRL, half VTuber. How often do you stream as the VTuber? And I assume that through all of these experiences, are you still known, like all of them? Because I know some VTubers that rebrand, right? And they want to try to be disconnected from the other IP. Are these all connected? Like, does everybody know that you are each of these elements of you? We want to make sure that it is the same consistent, so that we can pull references. As for the human side, I know that's something that I'm gonna have to bring up with Eric. I know he's gonna want to heavily focus more on the VTubers and the VTuber avatar. But I think, what is it? Is it Negs? Apparently he's considered a VTuber. Did you know that? Nags? Nags? Is it Nags or Negs? Apparently he's considered a VTuber. That's something I'm gonna have to bring up with A. Another question. Is it planned for the game to be a trading card game, or will it be sold as expansion sets? Please clarify the question. There will be boosters. There are gonna be different expansion sets, of course, because we can't include everybody in the first set. There's a lot of interest that we've got, and because of the way that we're doing it, and it's because we're not doing like everybody just gets a single card. It's not like we can have like a box of like 100 VTubers, unfortunately, because we are having the different sets for the specific VTubers. So we do plan to have many expansions, many additional sets, the different booster sets, as I say. So if you are like selected here, or if you're not selected here, definitely look forward to like the additional sets. Even if you don't make the requirements right now, just know that if you just keep working hard, if you keep streaming, then you'll make that requirement. There's gonna be a lot of expansions that we are trying to plan for. I think right now we're planning for like the first 2 sets. So even some applicants here, they might not show up in the first set. They might be in the second set. You fight for your Oshi's honor. Yes! Yes! I'm so sorry. I realize I'm backlogged. You guys have been writing a lot of questions and I'm very slow because I talk too much. Yes! Fight for your Oshi's honor. Yes! You love different art styles? Yes, yes! Art styles. As many as possible. Absolutely, absolutely. You remember a lot of card games have multiple artists making cards? Yes! Absolutely. Yeah, we're definitely open to that. We just want to make sure that you have the I think the important thing is making sure that you have the rights to be able to use the art in such a way. Because I know there's a lot that might get like personal use, but make sure you have the rights to use it for such a purpose. Let's see. Bringing up that you have artists, does that mean if we can provide art or reference sheets of our VTuber, if our artwork may not match up to print quality, would they be able to make custom artwork for our VTuber? Yes, we could, if that is what the need demands for. It would, obviously, right? It would make the development a little bit longer if we have to use our own artists. There is also stipulation with that, obviously, since we have to do the commission for it. It would affect the royalty rate, which I believe I mentioned on the application. I'm wondering if I should have gone through the application. I get so stuck. But yes, it would affect the royalty rate, and essentially it's basically what you could imagine, to be able to cover the costs for the art. It would just come out of the royalty. It wouldn't come out of your pocket. You don't need to pay. It would just be like, okay, this much, and this much of the royalty would be utilized to recoup the cost. Let's see here. If we give permission, of course. Yes, of course, if you give permission. You want your Oshi to have a gun card and instantly... Insta-win. No. Oshi Push! There was a Final Fantasy TCG card. That was a creature summoned from a child's crayon drawing. Oh, that sounds adorable. It was so funny when that card got played. That's so cute. It would, listen, if there is reference to such a thing, if you guys have like scrunglies and there's a reference to that, listen, I won't say no. Speaking of, you just remembered that Heart of Crown has some of the artwork done by the person who does the Etherean Odyssey. Ah, That's why the new art looks so familiar. I was looking at the new art, I'm just like, this looks very, very familiar. Like, I've seen this art style before. Looks at your past clips. Oh boy! Oh boy. Yeah, the community loves clipping us at our worst, right? The community loves what they love. They love what they love. Etherean Odyssey artist is amazing. Part of the reason you like the Heart of Crown. Very glad you are not basing on viewers. Yes. We don't get me wrong. We'll still extensively look at every single every single profile. Make sure that there is content so to be able to develop from, you know. Because I think I did have some that asked that question about the 2-year thing, and that's when I looked into it, and I saw that they've been on hiatus for like six. I mean, they've been on hiatus for a total of 12 months, but 6 months. I think it was like 4 months, 6 months, and 2 months, and it's one of those things that you have to consider, where it's just like the IP existed for the 2 years, but they have not been consistently content creating for the 2 years, you know? Let's see here. You can understand the 2-year stipulation. Some VTubers also just stream for a few months and stop for various reasons. Yes. That's a couple. That's what a couple of the things that I saw. Definitely that. True. This means I will be looking into every single. I will be looking into every single. You don't qualify then, cries. Qualify for the future. Just think about it this way. Just qualify for the future. Get committed. Get committed. Encourage yourself to get committed. You know? I understand a lot of talents that like go on hiatus for one reason or another, that needs some R&R or life comes up or things like that. Sometimes it's motivation, right? Sometimes it's just the little things of just motivation, you know? Use this as motivation to make the content. Use this as motivation to make the content, and then qualify for the future. I'd love to see you in the game eventually. I would love to see you guys in the game eventually. It's gonna be a really slow process for us too. Don't worry about it. It'll be a slow process for us too, because there's a lot of VTubers out there in the world. And because of the way we're making the sets, we'll be churning for a while, I believe. We'll be churning for a while. Working in game development, yes, you can understand that. I'm very glad. It takes a bit of time. Yeah, same name across the board, all the same IP, same person. Ah, see? Then yeah, can reference all of that. Very good. I'm sorry, I'm just getting to these questions now. Does jumping second, 2D, 3D, back and forth. 2D and 3D doesn't matter. I'm not. Listen, you are a VTuber. 2D, 3D, PNG tuber, GIF tuber. You are a VTuber. I've seen. Listen, in regards to like the argument between 2D and 3D and PNG, I've seen PNG tubers that, like, you know, they have the swap of the like they have like different arts of their expressions, and then they have the little hotkeys to change between them. I've seen PNG tubers who have like the wonderful like voice expressions that they like. Just watching them, I am just as entertained as watching a moving VTuber. If anything, they were actually more expressive using their voice and their images that they swap between. They were more expressive than some of the 2D VTubers I've seen. So honestly, if it just depends on how you utilize yourself. You're still a VTuber. I know there's like the talk of whether a PNG tuber is a VTuber. You're a VTuber. You are a VTuber. I accept you. Some PNG tubers are simply amazing. Some gift tubers are absolutely amazing. We're all amazing. Let's see here. Oh, nags. Nags. You know of the nags. Have you got a good amount of VTubers so far? What's up, Vitsi? Welcome into the cafe. I hope you enjoy your stay. Let's see. So far, you couldn't find anyone that interested from the VTubers that you watch. We've got a fair bit of VTubers. Yes, we've got a fair bit of VTubers. I'm actually probably going to have to be sorting through the roster and figuring out like the best course of. I'm gonna have to do a lot of balancing and figuring out how to get as much involved and planning the future stats, because we have a fair bit. Because I know we also want to try to keep the booster box small. So another reason why we want to try to keep the booster box small, small, not small. I say small, but it's not exactly small. Is obviously royalties can get kind of complicated. We found this out. We found this to be very complicated. So we want to try to make it so that it's not as complicated as possible. That's one of the things. It's very complicated. But yes, we do have a fair bit that are interested. Don't get me wrong, if I don't get accepted, you won't be hurt. You will still support the project. You love everything the company does, so thank you! Thank you! Appreciate it. Likewise. Let's see here. You have a question about the art you'd be looking for. Would it all have to be anime style? Some VTubers have more cartoony or American style of design. I personally don't have preference. Like, I know it might be initially there might be a lenience towards the anime style one, but I will keep pushing to involve everybody. Because I am aware of that. I love Pumpkin Potion. I love her. Okay, I love her. If I could, I'm gonna get her. Yes, I love the different varying styles, because listen. There are like mascots, Japanese mascots. Some of them are very cartoony, so they will have to accept my demand to include everybody. Don't matter. So trading card games means there are booster packs with random cards of getting the cards. Expansion sets are where they provide all the cards for one price. Essentially, the latter requires you to have the base game to play. So yes, trading card game. And the reason for this, right? The reason for this is because, I like the thrill. This is probably my fault. I'm so sorry. I apologize. I like the thrill of like pulling your Oshi in like trading card game. The excitement of pulling that one card that you want. I played like I collected some magic, and sometimes like I'll be looking for a specific card and I get super excited, right? And I'm just like sort of thing. Or even like even the gacha games like Genshin Impact. Oh my goodness, freaking Hu Tao and things like that. I purposely stay away from some gacha games because I know that I would be I would give in so hard. But even things like I don't know if you guys play a lot of Discord games. I've actually currently been playing a lot of Mude, which is a Discord game where you kind of collect a lot of waifus or husbandos. I get super excited when an obscure waifu, like from a really, really old anime or something like that, if an obscure waifu comes up in the role, I get super excited. I get this, it's like this weird adrenaline thrill of like getting your waifu or husbando, and that's kind of like the essence that I want to capture. I want to capture that excitement. Like you know, I think, don't worry, there'll be some starter sets. So if there's a specific Oshi that you want, that, and if they have a starter set, you can definitely start out there. But I do want to get like that nice excitement from like pulling your Oshi. I want to capture that same feeling, because it was the same thing, I think, even at Offkai. I went to Offkai and they had the Offkai cards. I saw so many people. I did the scavenger hunt like 3 times. I did the scavenger hunt 3 times to try to get the cards. I didn't realize there were better ways of getting the cards. I didn't realize I could enter like fighting game tournaments to try to get the cards. Instead, I ran around 3 times the entire 3 times to get cards. There were better ways. Now I know there are better ways, but it was really cute. And is it weird that like I'm a fan of the community and just how loving is it loving and adorable? Like I met a VTuber community member who was really supportive of their Oshi, who wasn't that big. I had never heard of this Oshi, and I think, wait, let me think. No, they haven't applied yet. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm like looking for some names because I'm in such awe of like of the community. So this community member, I know I'm going off on a tangent again. They had their whole backpack just layered with canned pins of this VTuber. They only had one type of pin, but they had a bajillion of those pins. Okay, and I think she's an indie VTuber. And on top of that, they had a bag of like over 50 plus little acrylic keychains of this VTuber to spread the love, because they love this VTuber so much, and they're just trying their hardest to support their Oshi. It was so adorable. I was in such awe. I was just like, much love, much love. Yeah, it's a very cute story. This VTuber, I hope they feel so blessed. They should feel so blessed that they have a supporter who considers them their Kami Oshi. That is the dream, right? It doesn't matter. You are a Kami Oshi to someone. It's so cute. It is so cute. I would love to be able to make a card of this VTuber. I hope that our paths cross and I can provide that fan with a Kami Oshi card. Okay, hold on. Let me try to catch up. I'll try to catch up. Let's see. Always have rights when you make your own art. Yes, you have all the rights when you make it yourself. Of course. You play gun. It allows you to shoot. You play gun too. like we have a stand. Who's the quick draw? Who's the quick draw in this gun show? It's funnier to clip memes or embarrassing moments. Why clip the cool stuff? Am I right? Yes, you gotta rewatch. You gotta rewatch all of the funny. Exactly, exactly. You want moments that make you smile. You want moments that make you smile. Just like I want these cards to make everybody smile. I want moments that make people smile. Of course, we'll get some cool stuff in there. We'll get some cool stuff in there because sometimes you like the unga bunga. Like your brain goes unga bunga for like some of the really cool art. We'll have some of those in there. Yeah, we'll have some of those in there. But we definitely want to capture the funny unga bunga. Let's see. You should have checked out a card game called Gun and Gun. 2-player dueling card game with black rock shooter inspired artwork. Fast-paced basic guns, different gameplay styles per gun. It's amazing. Sounds very interesting. Gun, the card game. Heck yeah! Pew pew! Another question. Is it possible to apply for more expansions, or is it a one-time thing? Like if you choose to provide art assets and you see and enjoy your cards, would it be possible to apply again? Yes, you can apply again, especially since, listen, if you are continually making content, obviously that means there's more things to reference. So if you, for instance, if you're in set 1 and you really like it and you want to participate, you can always apply again. Of course, we'd still have to consider if there's it's one of those things where it's like if you have the more content to be able to reference from, then yes, we would have you return again. It's the same thing for the affiliate cards. So for those selected for just the one card inclusion at the affiliate rate, we want to try to involve as many as possible. So those that may not have as much content but still want to be involved, I do want to try to include them even as a singular card. As I mentioned in the application, it gets really complicated and they wouldn't qualify for the royalty rate, but we still want to provide something, so we would have like the affiliate, so it's based off of the sales that you have, which I think a lot of people are familiar with affiliate being like affiliate to ambassadors for things. We want something like that. We still want you to get something out of it. So we're trying to implement that. We're trying to implement an affiliate ambassador system because we haven't done that. We don't have that right now, but we want to try to set that up for this project so that we can get as many people involved as possible. Obviously, those that have the singular cards, obviously they were included, but they only have the one card. If they have more content in the future, we welcome them to reapply again, so that eventually we can get whole sets of them, Eventually, we would like to have whole sets. But, yes. Obviously, we do still want to prioritize talents that have not been included yet. So it would really depend. It would really depend. We want to try to be fair as possible. One of your favorite VTubers right now is Mute. I know this VTuber. But she keeps her expressions extremely on point, and it's very cute and entertaining to watch. She reacts to literally everything that Chad and Game does. Chat. Ah! Yes. So it's things like that. Everyone can be amazing whether or not they're animated. Exactly, exactly. Everybody learns to utilize their strengths despite their weaknesses. Everybody utilizes their strengths despite their weaknesses. Asserting authority power. You can thank Waist Shorts for that. Man, even before Waist Shorts just kind of lit a fire within me. Waist Shorts just kind of lit a fire within me. But even before then, you like the thrill of a booster packs too? But it can get super expensive. It can. That's why we're trying to see. We have the starter sets, and we're trying to make the sets for the IPs smaller, as opposed to having like 100 individuals. We're gonna have like a couple big name ones and then some smaller ones, and then continue on that way. So that way you have some of your Oshis. You were in a Pokemon card collecting gig for like a year or two? Man, Pokemon. The cards, there's so many cards, and they're so pretty too. They're so they're so shiny, and they have big cards. I don't understand why they have the big cards. I'm out of the Pokemon, like I'm out of the Pokemon kick or era or whatever it is you call it. I'm out of the Pokemon situation, but I still look at it, and they have so many pretty cards. Mude is fun. Oh no, you know of Mude. You should get ready for work. You'll be lurking and listening. Okay, have a good day at work. And judging. Oh no. Cute story. The Unga Bunga. Am I caught up now? Okay. Even I assist them clipping when you goof. This is great. That's great that you are self-aware. You are self-aware of your clippable moments. That's great. That's awesome. You're wondering, is the permission for Japanime to use the art just for the TCG? Or will they have the permission to use the art elsewhere? I believe on the contract it's specific to just the game. If anything, it might be the game and promotional surrounding the game. Because if we do promotional content, right, obviously it'll feature like some of the cards and things like that, which would have the art of the IPs. So it would be just the cards and promotionals around the project. Finally caught up. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I talk too much. What time is it? Let me look at the time, make sure. No. So VTuber art is not gonna apply on a— No, it's not gonna be on a laundry box! It won't be on the laundry box anyway. Perfectly fine. For the first stream here, you have really enjoyed it so far. I'm glad. This is one of the more chiller streams. If I play any games, I'm a big scaredy cat, so I'm actually kind of prone to screaming. So you're here right now and it's kind of chill, but if I ever play games, sometimes it's not so chill. Unless they want to. I'm sure if they want to, I'm pretty sure they have other outlets to be able to try to get that done. There's was it? I know like Uwu Market, their merchandise. Koji told me you wanna get into waist. Getting in the waist is a questionable term because I kind of only like the Hololive. I only like the Hololive boxes. That's what I have. I don't know anything beyond that. Although I've seen at conventions, I've gone to a lot of conventions, and I see a lot of Weiss Schwarz players, and apparently the most popular deck that I've seen is Disney. I've seen a lot of Disney Weiss Schwarz. So that's kind of interesting. The art is really pretty. There was the Ariel card. She was super decorated, and it kind of looks like like colored pencils, pastel or colored pencils. Very pretty. Gotta teach you how to play Weiss Schwarz sometime. That is okay. Weiss has a lot. I mean, a lot of sets. I know. I saw. Okay. I probably should have gone through the application in an orderly fashion. Let's see. Yeah, for at launch, so like I mentioned before, this application covers launch and at least one expansion. So we're trying to do the launch set and then any expansions after that. I believe it's one other ones, but I'm gonna have to plan. I'm gonna plan at least like 2 to 3 or even 4 expansions out in the future just because of how many applicants we've had. Production could take 1 to 2 years. I actually have a timeline. We want to lock down the roster at the end of this month. So we want to get some contracts working and lock them down. And then we have campaign next year with possible production if there are no delays, of course. We're looking at production for Q4 of next year, because once we have all of the, because right now we're already working on the game design. The game designers are fine tuning the mechanics and everything like that, and then after that it would just be plugging in the talents, getting the art and referencing, and all the graphics. So I will be having a lot of attention on this. So we are slating for Q4 of next year. Obviously we want applicants to be 18 of age. Must have the proven track record of content creator for a minimum of 2 years, as I mentioned before, and preferably under the same IP or referenceable of the same IP. If you've done rebranding, that makes it a little bit difficult because that means you have less content to be able to reference from, as we mentioned before. Capable of having our assets available for use for this project within 2 weeks. That's to make sure that things are speedy. Of course, as we mentioned before, we understand that there may be some stipulations, like if some art assets need to be made, and things like that. But definitely we would need to discuss that prior to final selections and things like that. And obviously the very important one is must be willing and okay to have your IP mixed with other IPs, as it would make sense. There was a point in time where we were trying to segregate all of the IPs and make mini expansions sets for like each of them. But as we kept going on with development, I personally felt like it was detracting from the one of the mechanics that I really liked, which was the pulling of your Oshi. So we definitely want to make sure that everybody's okay with mixing IPs, because I know that's one of the things that can kind of get pretty complicated. IPs not wanting to mix with other IPs. So we want everybody to understand that this is definitely a mixed set. We will be mixed with other IPs. And then obviously we got basic information, the name, email address, how to reach out to you, what your Twitch channel is, how many How many years as your current IP? How many years doing your general content creation? As well as the other social medias. Do you prefer business, contact email? Whichever email you would be able to receive if we reach out to you. Whichever email you prefer to do your business with. Any nicknames the community has given you? This one's funny. This one's funny. Obviously. The community chooses. No, I'm joking. It's kind of like, what is it? Superheroes never get to choose their names, right? It's always like the community that chooses the superheroes' names. Yeah, like I get called Blueberry. I didn't choose that. Another one is AI Kiko. For a little bit of time, I was called AI Kiko. So those are things, that I think would be cute to try to include into the cards. And then do you have a fan name for your community? I know a lot of people do. You guys are just my meeples. You guys are just meeples, right? Meeples? We talked about this. You guys are meeples. Little meeples. Little guys. Little guys. Any pets? Obviously, this is just asking for, like, more content, more references that we can try to make cards off of. The nickname, what references, the community name, VTuber pets, community. It's all trying to be able to, like, how much can we pull to be able to reference? The Oshi mark. So this is something that I think is really cool that if I would like to be able to incorporate in, is obviously the Oshi marks. The game does have some tokens, and I think it'd be really cute if we can have the tokens be the if the tokens could be like the Oshi marks. I'm excited about that. I would love the tokens to be like the Oshi marks. But we'll see. So we definitely want to know if you have an Oshi mark. Is it Sri Zumi? Sri Zume? Hello, welcome into the cafe. I hope you enjoy your stay. And then, wait, we're currently just going over the application, the VTuber Trading Card Game application, or Oshi Push. And I'm just answering any questions about the application. And then, so what genre of content creator are you? Obviously, we want to try to, you know, kind of like regular trading card games where you have like elementals, so like fire element, dark, or what is it in Magic? Plains, forest, swamp, island, things like that, elemental elements. We want to try to see how many different categories we want. Instead, we want to do categories. We want to try to base like the elementals as categories. What kind of category streamer are you? I know there's gonna be a lot of variety streamers, but if you have a specialty category, make sure you label that so that we can try to get some variety. Yeah, we want to have some variety in the roster. You know what I mean? So even if there's things that I don't know, make sure you label as such, so we could try to figure out like what are the categories that we can base off of. This would be based on what we currently do or what we've done throughout our content creation. It would be what you've done throughout your I would say what you've done with throughout your content creation, if that's what we're referencing from and pulling from. Basically, think about what are we going to be able to pull from, and if that consists of that category. So if you're currently only doing like one specific thing, then you have to consider, are we only pulling from that one specific thing, from like whatever you're currently doing? Are we only referencing that? Gaming, art, music, chatting, categories like that? Yeah. So we have some variety. I know there's a lot of variety out there. Then we have video games, pro gamers, like the competitive gamers. A lot of like the shooter gamers. I think this is very the competitive gamers. Okay, Zatsudan or just chatting. There's a lot of just chatting streamers out there. Then there's specific podcasts, which is different. Slightly different from the just chatting. I think the podcast is kind of similar to like interviews. There's a lot of interview streamers out there that do certain podcasts. They have guests on there. I think this could fall into that category. There's a couple that I love to watch. And there's a couple, even I have a sibling that I just found out does a lot of interviews. They do a lot of interviews, so this would categorize as that. All of the above, every single one of them. It makes it kind of hard to try to categorize. I think the more specific you are, the better, because then it makes you very specific to certain elementals. Like, think about it, right? How hard would it be to make a card if the elementals was like all of them? You're like, which element is this? All of them. Oh. What about this card? What elementals? All of them. Oh, okay. What about this one? All of them. So the more specialized you are, I think the better, if anything, right? Say so, VTuber, variety, and sleeping. Did I put sleeping? I don't think I put sleeping. I don't think anybody is purely just a sleeping VTuber. Basically the avatar. Yeah, if you're an avatar, everybody gets to be avatar cards. Everybody does everything. So even if, so let's say, okay, let's say this, right? Let's say I've done one stream as ASMR. I don't think I would consider myself an ASMR specific streamer though. If I've only done the one stream, I've done it. That would count as variety because I've done it just the once, right? But I wouldn't really go and say like I am ASMR because it's not my specialty. Think about these as your specialties, okay? I know I'm gonna get 100 thousands bajillion of variety streamers because everybody likes to change things up, okay? Having a routine, sometimes you want to shake things up. So I understand I'll get a bunch of variety streamers. But tell me what your specialties are. Tell me what your specialties are. You're a variety, you play some video games? Cool. Tell me what you really like. VTuber is an option. Amazing. I acknowledge that this is something that exists in the community. I exist. I exist? I acknowledge that this exists? I think this was like a last edition because I thought about it and I'm just like, you know what? I think I forgot to add it because I think in the mock-up I did have it there. I think the reason why I didn't originally have it was because then it would come in the question if I need say-so. If you are like, do I need both sides? Do I need say-so and lewd? But also, if you're not lewd, then surely you must be say-so? Let's see. That's a question then. Would it be possible to then instead have someone who may specialize in one deck that is one element and then have deck that specializes as another element, assuming they have enough content to warrant such diversity. So like say for instance have them come back again and have a separate set made of them. Yeah, theoretically. If they want to cover different specialties, so if they want to focus on specific specialties for one particular set, and if they end up coming back again and they want to focus on a different specialty that they have, they could do that. Especially if we want to reference like different kinds of their content. So let's say if they want to focus on specific contents, like say they want to focus on like their girlfriend experience and ASMR. Okay. But then they also do like art. Or let's say they also do Zatsudan and podcasts as well. So let's say they want a set made of just their girlfriend experience and ASMR. And then they come back again and they can focus on the Zatsudan and podcasts. Yeah, that's possible. Let's see. Guess you'll put game dev under other. Oh, we got a couple of those actually. I was looking at some of the answers. I got a couple of those. Let's see here. Imagine having a whole educational VTuber deck. I didn't find a lot of I wasn't sure if I should have it, right? Because I didn't find a lot of educational-esque VTubers. But I also want to know if there are. Because I was looking up different streaming types, and there's a lot of streamers that might consider themselves educational. Because even if you do like certain streams, even if it's like arts and crafts and things like that, you could be like tutorials or showing things, or like if you do like language learning and things like that. There's so many different kinds of categories. I think pumpkin potion, I would kind of consider her educational, I think, because she's done a lot of streams where I've learned so much from her. She does a lot of like just chatting, but then she also talks about like how to grow, how things are, and things like that. She's a very good watch. And then she also does songs and music, so that's also good too. You feel like say so is the default. Yeah, I think say so is kind of the default. Wholesome say so-ish. It's like there's two major extremes. So that means we can get Victoria to come in the game as well, right? Yeah! Absolutely! Absolutely! You like Victoria? You like Victoria? Oh, that's GFE, BFE. Yes. Yes, so GFE and BFE is girlfriend experience, boyfriend experience. I know that that's kind of prevalent in the VTuber community, or at least there's a demand for some of it. And I know some talents cater to this, so we have that in there. Welcome back. Let's see here. Take Lobotomy Bunny. She has enough content to cover gaming and art categories in droves. If she were to come in and do art as a first category set and then later as a gaming category set. Yeah. It might be we might try to look at like dual categories just to get that diversity, but I would have to talk a little bit more with the game designers, because the categories was something that wasn't polished yet. I gave them the list of the different categories, so I'm gonna work with them on refining and polishing the categories to be able to find our elementals, as they say. Educational exists, but are definitely more rare. You follow one who teaches Japanese. Who? That's amazing! I wanna know who. I wanna know who. That's super cool. Also, welcome back, Joe. Welcome back. Thanks to the promo card and Kamagami, yeah, you had never heard of her until then, and she is absolutely hilarious category for humor, because she rocks it! I'm so glad. She is such a pleasure to work with. I gotta say, I love talking to Victoria. She is such a pleasure to work with. She's an absolute pleasure. Very wonderful person. Very, what do you say? Kind of homey and down to earth. She's very nice. I hope to someday meet her. Wait. Yes. I hope to someday meet I had to think about it. I'm like, have I met her? I haven't. She was at Offkai, but I didn't get a chance to meet her because I think it was very busy at Offkai. Riko Kiyomi. Let me... I'll open a tab to look at later. Oh my god, it even says there! Teacher and PNG tuber, your little fox goddess. Teacher and PNG tuber. PNG tuber. Ayo! Super cute. Okay. There we go. Okay. Are you affiliated with a group of any kind, or are you pure indie? So this one was also to try to find more categories. This one is to find more categories. So this doesn't necessarily have to mean corporate. This does not have to mean corporate. This does not mean Hololive. I mean, it does. It does mean that, but it doesn't have to mean that, if that makes any sense. So this would cover Hololive, Ninja Sanji, Face Connect, Idol, all of those corporates. But it would also consider like indie groups, right? Things that aren't corporate. So what do I mean by that? One example is VTubing. VTubing. They're not corporate. They are more like a guild. They're like a guild. So there could be like a VTubing set. For anybody that knows, VTubing houses a lot of really renowned VTuber artists and riggers. Really pretty stuff. Really pretty stuff. But they kind of banded together. So it's kind of like they banded together and made a group for themselves. Kind of like a brand to be able to kind of like a brand identity. So that could be categorized under here. I know there's another one. I think Suika. I really love her rigging. She's part of Puppet Works, but that's still not corporate. They are kind of a guild. They are a guild. Yeah, Vyugan VTubers so good at art. They are super good at art. But yes, they could categorize them like affiliate to any group. That's why I said group. I wasn't sure how to word this, because I didn't want to be just specific to corporate, right? And it's just to be able to see like if enough of a particular group is interested. Let's say if we got a whole group of Vyugan, we can make a Vyugan set. like a vegan starter deck sort of thing, like a starter set. So it's just kind of something like that. So if you are, so you can be an indie by yourself, or if you are like in some sort of guild, just to see if there's ways. Otherwise, everybody's just gonna have like the indie tag, right? Otherwise, there's like the indie tag, unless you're part of a group, like a group. So that's what this question is. If different identifiers. And then obviously reference of the VTuber. When a VTuber applies, will you check to see if they own all their art, or they just can use the art for themselves and not putting in the game? Will you check to see if they own all their own art, or they just can use the art for themselves and not putting in the game? Basically, have they asked the original artist? So we would be reliant on the licensor to be able to provide us the correct materials. And we do specify that it has to be with all the rights that go along with it. And it is specified on the contract. So we are very reliant on the licensor to ensure that they are providing the right materials for us as per requested in the contract. Yes. Obviously, tell us a little bit about your VTuber. Tell us a little bit about yourself. We want to know a little bit about you. Pretty self-explanatory. And then the art tiers. So this was kind of getting a guesstimate of the art expectations a little bit. So this is what I was asking the game designers, like, hey, what's the minimum requirement for art assets? What's the minimum requirement to make a set of a talent, an IP? And so they gave me these breakdown numbers. The best case scenario, right, to get a nice variety and flourishing set with a lot of things to be able to change in and out, would be 40. That's the top. The base minimum to be as a set would be 12. And that would be like the very base bare bones, and you would need a lot of filler cards, right? If there was to be a deck built of you would require a lot of filler. In which case, that's where the affiliates come in. So some of the affiliates, so some of the ideas for this would be like, you would become like a collab card, right? Or a raid card. Something like that. Where it's just like rated by so-and-so, and it's like a singular card, but you would be a support card. And that would be like your inclusion. As a singular card to help support the others. I think that would be a great way to be able to incorporate everybody that can't meet the such high demands. Because I know, obviously, as indies, right? As indies, sometimes like we don't have as much art assets as like big companies. Like we usually work with Crunchyroll and things like that, and we understand that they have a lot of art assets, and we're not working with Crunchyroll here. We're working with individuals. So we're trying to accommodate for that. We're trying to keep in mind for that. Make sure that we cover all of the art needs and the art demand and the art expectations. We're trying to be upfront about the art expectations because of the way that the game is being developed. Having so many arts for a set. So if you can't make the demands for the minimum, or if there's not a lot that we could develop, like if there's not a lot of content, you can still be included at the singular card. You can still be included. You can be a collab card, a raid card, It can be a support card, whatever have you, sort of thing. Just to make sure to please ensure that you have the rights for the arts. And then obviously we want to know kind of what to expect, what you can adhere to in terms of how much art assets you have available for us to license. If you're capable of having the art, so we want to know if it's already available right now, or if we're gonna have to ask about like specifications, if we need to source the art and things like that. So obviously that's simple. And then we also want to make sure that you're okay with mixing IPs. We want to make sure that you're aware that this is a thing that will happen. And then we have the royalty share. Another reminder that we are mixing IPs. Another reminder that we are mixing IPs, and that means that the royalty share will be shared amongst those that are participants of the royalty split. So it would be a little bit less. It'll be a little bit less than our standard royalty, but it's because of all of the mixing that occurs in the product, all of the mixing. We're still fine-tuning this and trying to figure out the best course to make sure that everybody gets a fair share. And this is, let me see here, specification for the singular support cards that I mentioned before. So if there's not a lot of content to be made of you, but you still want to be included, you can still be included as a singular card. But because of the percentage of the royalty, it would be far too small to have inclusion at the royalty share. So instead, we wanted to create the Japanime Games Affiliate Ambassador. So that way you can still earn something, but it would be off of the sales commissions. So obviously it would be like regular affiliate programs where if you talk about it, promote it, you'll have a special code and things like that, and you'll get revenue for let's say you have a really dedicated community. Let's say you're like that one that one community member that I met, and they really want your card. They will support you and get the booster and get your card. They will want your card. It'll be amazing if, I think it'd be really amazing if like you have somebody that meets up with you and they want you to sign their card. I think that would be so adorable. That'd be so adorable. You no longer have to sneak onto your phone to listen in. You're on break. Welcome in. Welcome into your break. Welcome in. We're just going over. I'm finally actually going over. I went through all the questions and now I'm going over the form. But yes. And then as a reminder, yes, once you have enough content for a full set to be developed, you are welcome to come back again for an actual set to be made of you, to actually have a set, as opposed to just being a support card. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much the whole application. A lot of it is data collecting, a lot of it is trying to figure out how to categorize. A lot of it is like mostly just gathering information. You want soft ramen chicken? A soft chicken. You want a soft chicken ramen. Soft chicken ramen. What comes up when I type of soft chicken? Oh, that's a soft chicken. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait, but that, no. That's raw. I can't give you raw chicken. Oh my god. Here we go. I found it. This is perfect. Can I save this picture? Can I save it as a PNG? Where? Akika is a big foodie. If you want to break the ice with her, just say sushi or ramen and she'll go ballistic. You guys can get me talking for hours about food. That's not fair. That's not fair. Wow. Let me see. This might be not perfect. Or maybe it is. Maybe it is perfect. Save. Replace. Perfect. Add image. Completely misspelled chicken. Okay, Kijor, order up. Here is your soft chicken on a ramen. There is your soft chicken on a ramen. Where we go? Let me see here. Is there an image or file with examples of what types of art assets you are looking for? In terms of type, not yet, really, because it would kind of depend on the type of card that are the demands or that you would need for your cards or things like that. I have some examples of mock-ups that I've done for like the project pitch. I have examples, so they're not final concepts. They're not finals at all. But they're what do you say? What do you say? They're concepts that I did, which would give a fair example, but I'll probably wait until the 17th to be able to go over that a little bit more. Because I still need to ask if I can show some of those slides. They're all concept, I have to reiterate. They're all concepts. But I wanna ask if I can tease those images. Katsudon sounds good right about now? Yes, absolutely. How do I say your name? Is it Gil? Chalk? Gil Chalk? Hello! I'm doing good, how about yourself? What's up, dude? Hope you're doing well. Yes, you're doing well? We are doing well. I just served up some chicken. Soft chicken, specifically. Glitch? Wait, is that supposed to be glitch? What? Glitch lock. Glitch. Oh! I'm sorry. At work on break, eating a crunch bar. Hopefully you have more than just a crunch bar. It's a hard name to pronounce. You're sorry? No, it's okay. You read that no problem? Kijor! I saw your tweet about the VTuber card game a few weeks back. You love the idea. I'm glad. Today we were just talking a little bit about the application and answering Q&As, any questions that people might have had about the application. You've been late since you were a teen. You gonna apply? That's good to hear. It's good to hear. If you have any questions, you're always welcome to watch the VOD, or you can ask me any questions. Right now, probably for the next 20 minutes-ish, I guess. Hell yeah. Whoa! Whoa! That's another one, right? That's another one. Maybe. Possibly. But yes. We've already had a lot of very interesting applicants. Always welcome sharing the application. I know there's been a lot of things going on in the news right now, in the VTuber news. So I know that in terms of the VTuber news, it's been quite chaotic and crazy. Hopefully we can spread some positiveness by sharing this amazing, wonderful project that I'm going to work very hard on for everybody. I'm gonna work very, very hard on it, and I know I will be talking with a lot of people, and I know each of you guys will be asking me questions every step of the way, and I will try my best to keep you guys informed. And I will definitely keep you guys informed because I will be working very in-depthly with the project. Soft chicken. You just noticed the ramen. Nom nom. It's very soft. It's plush. One might even say it's plush. Plush. Adorable Chimgun. How will the sets come out? Will there be a base set? Yes. I believe if it still stays the same, I actually think that at launch might have 2 separate sets. I think. If I remember, if it hasn't changed, right? If it hasn't changed, the last I heard was there's gonna be 2 sets. 2 booster sets, and I believe 4 starter decks. So if it hasn't changed, that's still what's going on, plus the additional expansion set that I have to prep up. I say 1 expansion, but I know with the amount of interest, I'm going to prep up rosters for like the next 3 or 5. Can I? Hello! Cav, welcome! Have a ramen bowl too? What kind of ramen would you want? What kind of... another chimkin? You already ate too much? Okay. Already ate too much. Don't want ramen. You can't overstuff the patrons. How do I move both? Can I move both? Oh, can I move both? There we go. Chat can have some of this. Kidra, you need to share your ramen with chat, okay? Share your ramen with chat. There you go. Damn it. Damn it. I hope I answered all of your guys' questions. Did I answer all of you guys' questions? Was there any other questions that you guys had or might have had about the application? And what certain questions we're looking for, what they meant? I hope I answered. If there's anything that you guys need clarification on or anything like that, please let me know. After the starter decks, do you buy more cards? In 8, 10, 12 random cards in foil packs, or will everyone get the same cards? It's not what is it? What is it called? Is it like the living cards? It's not the kind of living cards. Hmm. Answered all the questions you had? Cool, cool. Does that mean you still don't want me for the interview? Does that mean I don't get an interview? do you still want an interview with me? I think that's what your message said when I briefly saw it for like 2 seconds. The ramen. Hi, Griffin! You'll watch the VOD. Don't want to ask questions that might have been asked multiple times already. Okay, okay. You can't, you're not edible. You can get a support card even if you have all of the qualifications. Yeah, even if you have all of the qualifications, sometimes we just gotta, we have to make room, like we have to, because, space is very, very limited. We kind of have to figure out how to situate that. So if it's something like you want to be in the first set, but you can revisit later to have a set made of you, something like that, you can be an affiliate card for the time being, just so that you have that first set stake claim. Stake claim? Claim that stake. Random cards in a pack? Yes. Random cards in a pack. Unless you're starter set. And then I think it's specified, you can get the starter talent. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think the singular cards are kind of cute, because can you imagine yourself, like, being support and mixed into a deck with, like, other VTubers? Being able to play with other VTubers, popping up and other. If you're, think about it this way, if you're an amazing support card and a lot of people want you in their deck, hey yo, you pop up you pop up in everybody's deck? Heck yeah! Being a support card, now that's universal. Having your own set, you gotta have a really good set for people that want to make a deck of you. Having that support card, you can be in anybody's set. You can be in anybody's deck. You can be in anybody can build a deck with you in it. I mean, even with your set cards, you can still make a deck out of that. But listen, that'd be so cool. And think about it. Let's see. Development of this game is going to take around 2 years or more, probably anyway. So in that time, you're definitely have more than enough content of yourself to become a feature set. Absolutely. Keep that motivation, determination, commitment. Keep creating content, clippable moments to be able to reference from. That's actually a really good idea. I should scour everybody's clips. Everybody's clips are available for me to take a look at. That's exciting. That would be so cool. Yeah, support cards are sounding like a generic card that anyone can use. Yes, absolutely. You are excited. Like you said before, this is a great opportunity to get players into the world of VTubers. Conversion. Everybody must convert. Everybody must push. End of magic? You give Pokemon or any other successful trading card game is TARDIS. Your generic stables are not to be underestimated. You're not accountable for what to what I might find in your clips? This is gonna take me a while to go through everybody's applicants, because I will be digging deep. I'll be searching through everything. Nothing is sacred. Is it? Wait. Anno! Hello, Anno! I saw Anno, and then I missed Anno. Hello, Anno. Just Mario Kart streams? Ooh, Mario Kart streams? I think the hardest thing will be able to have, like, you'll have a moment, right? A moment that is, like, really primed to want to be able to reference, but not having art to, like, that references that. I think that's going to be the difficult thing, to try to match up art assets to moments, like pre-existing art assets. I think that's going to be the hard part. Matching up pre-existing art assets to moments, I think, is going to be difficult. It's only gonna get worse as time goes on. Can you imagine if your community just starts, like, giving me the prime clips that they want? I think that would be great and hilarious. If the community starts sending me, like, if the community knows, right, if their Oshi is gonna be in a set, and they start feeding me the clips, the prime clips, to be able to reference and develop cards around. Then you can't say no, because it's what the community demands. We go send you the card for approval, you'll look at it, be like, oh gosh, face palm, mega face palm. But you can't say no, because you know the community demands it. They want it. They love it. Oh no. That'd be hilarious. That'd be so hilarious. That's some funny stuff. Doing good. Looking here. Yay! Akiko's featured moment 7. Oh my god. Oh no. There's my facepalm. It's been mean so much. Your moment? Now that Kudra mentioned it, that's gonna have to be in my card, isn't it? That's gonna have to be in my card. Lee. But yes. Let's see. I guess that's about it, isn't it? Let me go ahead and put that guy away. It's just a ring of garlic surrounding the bowl of ramen menacingly. I know. Oh my god. There was so much garlic in that bowl. There was so much. There was too much. There was too much. I never knew there could be too much garlic. So the cards show clips. So I kind of want... So as I mentioned, the cards are gonna be... a lot of reference to your content and your community, similar to kind of like how your community makes clips of your content. So obviously the cards want to reference your content, so that way, you know, when you have a card, we want to be able to have every card bring about like a memory or something, like you've done this or you've done that or something like that. So something like that. So if you have like clippable moments that can be referenced, great A. Doesn't always have to be that. Could just be like, hey, I do this kind of content and this kind of card sort of thing. Could be just that. But you know the prime is gonna be if the community is just like in on the inside joke. If there's like an inside joke, I think I think that's gonna be where it's at. I want that. I want that. The cards capture moments, similar to how Waste Shorts shows moments in an anime. Yes. Alright, you need to go get ready for stream stuff. Ooh! Okay. How do I... Oh, what did I do? Okay. Oh my goodness. Joe Sims live? You like that, VTuber? I bear witness. I'm perceiving you. I'm Later, Joe. Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, wait. Mute. No. Do that. Take care and have lots of fun, dude. Let your folks know as well about this too. Yes, absolutely. Spread the word. Those moments sounds amazing. It does. Sadly, you gotta head back to work. Okay, Keyjoy, I hope you have a good day at work. You heard all of that? My headphones had turned off. I don't know what you're talking about. My headphones turned off? I don't know what you could have heard. Guys, let's hope that Joe goes live like this very second so that we could just raid into Joe. Can we just raid into Joe? Can we just... 4.5 more hours to go and then you're out? I hope, I pray that your 4.5 hours go smoothly and swimmingly and then you can make it home, have some nice food, kick up your feet, and then just be like, ah, nah, and then eat some of your soft chicken ramen. It'll be over before you know it. You got this. You got this. Just keep thinking of really cool ideas, cause I'll be making notes on these different VTubers. There are too many VTubers. Oh. Oh. Don't mind me. I'm just exploring. I'm exploring Joe's channel. Wait. I can look at a clip, right? Hold on. Videos? Feature clips. No, let's look at Joe Sims live. I'm curious. I wanna see. Ooh. He's not here, right? Okay, wait. Hold on. She's adorable. You know the thing is, let me hold on, pause. No, go back. No, go back. Wait, where is it? This VTuber. Does it show the credits? Design. If I'm correct, I don't know 100%, but I think the VTuber that he's simping for, that's what simping for, I like the artist parent. I really like the artist parent, and I've been trying to get a hold of them, but they've been very off the grid. The last I heard of them was that they had open commission applications, and then that's it. They haven't really posted anything. They've been off the grid. Artists really worry me. I get so scared for artists when I don't see any posts or anything for months on end, because that either means like, one, something happened in life, or two, they are like slaving away on whatever commissions that they have in their little commission dungeon hole that they have, and it makes me worried because our artists need to see the sunlight. They need socializing. Please help. I worry for artists. It's mainly because I had an artist friend that they were amazing, right? They were amazing and super fast with their commissions, but they also had a lot of medical concerns, so they couldn't really do art all day, right? Because it would hurt their wrist and their chest. I think it would hurt their chest. And sometimes I see a lot of artists post about like medically feeling unwell from the commission grind, and I always get so worried about them. You know, I always get so worried. I don't know if it's weird for me to worry like that. Since I don't know them, I know like my friend that's different, right? Because they're my friend, but because I saw it in my friend, I worry about like all the artists. I worry about all the artists. I just want them to be well and take care of themselves. Make sure that they take time for themselves, take care of themselves, you know, enjoy the things that they like. Because especially like I've seen periods where my artist friend, like they get really drained or feel upset about doing art, you know, because they have too much commission grind and they haven't done the things that they enjoy. So I hope they take time for themselves. And rekindle, make sure that they keep alive like what they enjoy about doing the art. I worry a lot for artists out there in the world. But yeah, those artists, I really like their stuff. I really like their art and their rigging. If this is the artist that I'm thinking of, I went off on the tangent again. I really like their stuff, but I haven't seen them active on their social platforms for a while. So I'm so worried about them, because I like their stuff, and I just want to make sure that they are okay. I think they've been doing a lot of it is also like they have NDAs, right? A lot of artists have NDAs, especially with the VTubers, because a lot of VTubers want to keep things secret for the big whasha, wabam, reveal, surprise, and things like that. Which is you know, makes sense, but also kind of sucks because it makes it so that they can't talk about what they're working on. And I really like seeing artists be excited about what they're working on, right? I really like seeing artists being super excited about what they're working on and like the work in progress. Because sometimes if you're grinding on something for so long and hard, sometimes you need a little bit of that pick-me-up. And sometimes I think that's what posting whips does. Is that it lets people see what you're working on and encourages you to be like, oh my god, awesome, keep going, can't wait to see the end progress, right? It's pick-me-ups. Those are like little pick-me-ups, and I think it's very rejuvenating to see that kind of stuff. So if they can't post that kind of stuff, then that means they just have to keep working on it in silence. Pardon. Is Joe live yet? He's not live yet. What time is it? 35? Not too bad. Should I find someone else? I'll go look for others. Do you guys have any recommendations for raids? Let's take a look here. Oh my god, Nura-sama's having a Halloween outfit made for her. That's so cute. That's so adorable. Oh my god, what is Camille making? She's doing crafting. I have to raid into Camille. She's doing crafting. Thanks for the stream. Yeah, no problem. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. And thank you so much. Thank you. Oh my god. Was great. You're so excited for the game. I am too. I'm super excited for the game. Thank you for streaming. I'm glad you're able to catch you. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Wonderful to hear you. Yes. Let's see. Thursday we'll be doing our Tanto session. So if you're really interested in playing Tanto with me, definitely stop by for that. Absolutely. Let's go ahead. We're gonna raid into Camille. She used to be a sibling. It looks like she had an upgrade So she's not using the same model as before. We're still siblings at heart, though. It looks like she's crafting something. Oh my god, are those like tiny sushis? She's doing like tiny things. It's super cute. But yes, definitely show her some love. Show her some appreciation. She's an amazing person. She has a really great voice. She's a great streamer. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time, okay? Goodbye!